Good morning, Singapore. Rasati out here, just coming at you live on the Night Owl podcast. And obviously, it's morning here for us, but it's nighttime somewhere, so it's Night Owl anyway. Okay, I'm good with that. Anyway, Friday, it's Valentine's Day, y'all. I'm hoping you have plans to treat yourself or treat somebody or be treated by somebody. Just share the love, you guys. Make sure you share some smiles, some love, words of encouragement, anything. Any of those things can be just a way to brighten up somebody else's day. And I'm hoping you take the chance to talk to your kids, talk to your parents, talk to your siblings. Make sure you keep in touch with everybody. Let everybody know that you love them and you have them in your heart. And I'm hoping you have a really, really wonderful day. For those of you who are in Singapore, we are opening a club tonight, brand new Limelight by a group of DJs, GOD. So Chris Columbus and crew are finally opening up their own spot. And it's kind of like the inmates are taking over the asylum, because I don't know of any other club where the DJs decided to open it up. It's run by the DJs. It's run by the music. It's run by the entertainment. And it's set to be the kind of club where you can actually have people come in and entertain you. So there's a stage ready for anybody who wants to book the club and, show out or whatever. And I'm hoping that you all do come out and support. So that's actually in Boat Key, what used to be 79 After Dark, from what I understand. So please, come on out, show some support. If you're single, if you're with somebody, it doesn't matter. Just come on out. Let's go enjoy some old school tunes and rock the house, basically. So that's all the announcement for this morning. But I do want to get on here and talk to you about something that I've realized. And I'm kind of embarrassed that I realized and kind of mad at myself at the same time. So this is why I called it hard to admit. It is hard for me to admit that I'm not doing all that I could be doing. I could do more. I'm not doing all that I could be doing because I know that there's a difference between the way I used to work and the way I'm working now. I fought really hard to quit my job and work for myself. I did. And back then I was doing this as a side hustle. And I don't know how I got a 9-to-5 job. It wasn't even a 9-to-5. It was 9 to whenever they feel like stop messaging me. Right. I worked that job and worked my job at the same time. I made sure, like clockwork, every day I put out posts. I worked hard to make sure that every night I put out a podcast episode. And now that I have all this time to myself, I'm not pushing myself the way that I used to. It's almost like, the procrastination is kind of kicked into full gear. And back then, when I didn't have the time, I had to squeeze it into little pockets of, space here and there, wherever. It was hard for me to do that, but I did it. I made sure. It was like by 12 noon, I had to have a post out. By the time I got back home and was ready to go to bed, like by the time I finished answering all my stupid emails and all these WhatsApp messages with the millions of groups that I'm part of, I had no choice but to sit down and collect my thoughts and get on a podcast. It's true. I did all of that. And somehow or another, I found a way to cook on the weekend so that I had so much food during the week that I didn't have to cook during the week. And I took care of baby girl and her homework and everything. And I had a solid plan. But as the saying goes, you either fail to plan or you plan to fail. And that's what I feel like I'm doing right now. I feel like I'm in quicksand. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on. I took on a lot more responsibilities this year. I am the chair of the parent volunteers at the school. And you know what? That's something I prayed for a couple of years back. I remember when, they were talking about 40 hours of parent volunteer work to be able to get your kid into school. I didn't have to do that. I went straight into balloting because I didn't go to the school. But I was over there thinking, you know what? That'd be really great to be able to get into the school and really get to know these teachers and be there for baby girl. And then maybe start teaching emotional intelligence through the school system that way. I prayed for this a couple years ago, and I got it. I'm in charge. Not only am I volunteering, I'm in charge, which means I can affect some real change. But with that responsibility that comes with running a bunch of adults, parents who have their own way of doing everything, and coordinating with the school to make sure that the parent volunteer activities that we have going on are fully manned, there is other things that I'm letting slip through the cracks. Let me tell you this. I have been happy being single for a very long time. The prospect of love kind of crops up and everything kind of falls to the wayside. It's really, really bad. And it's something that I really, really need to heal. But I'm struggling right now because I want that attention. I haven't had it in so long. I want that attention. I'm being completely honest here with you because I am that girl. And I'm mad that I'm that girl. There's only one person that can change it. It's only got to be me. But admitting it to everybody is the first step. And I feel like, you know what? I hate to admit it, but I'm struggling. I am. I'm letting silly things sidetrack me. I am not as hungry as I used to be as far as my own work. And that's part of the problem, because if I look back at my past relationships, I lost myself in pleasing the other person, which probably added the fact that, they lost interest in me, because how was I interesting on my own anymore? I wasn't. I was all about them. I had a tough time differentiating me and my goals and my dreams from him and his goals and his dreams, and then our goals as a family. I did that twice. I lost 16 years doing that shit. So here I am again, getting ready to repeat an old pattern, and I'm trying to catch myself. I'm trying to stop myself. I fought tooth and nail to have my time belong to me and only me. I fought tooth and nail to figure out how to live off of nothing. Because there's a skill set in there too, which means I don't waste. I don't waste at all. I'm very careful. I'm very smart about the way I spend money. But then with all of this freedom comes this responsibility that I don't know if any of us were ready to handle. The freedom to wake up when you feel like it, within reason, because I still got to get baby girl off to school. To do whatever you want because you're in the house all day long afterwards. And that's whether, you flip on the TV, or you listen to YouTube, or you play on Instagram, or you actually do some work. I have all this time. And it is procrastination central, because there's too much for me to do, and there's not enough deadlines, and I'm just waiting. And I hate that. And I'm mad at myself, because guess how much I could conquer if I just put my damn mind to it. So here I am telling you guys I'm failing. And I know I'm failing. And here's where it changes. The fact that I've admitted it to you guys, and I'm telling you guys that this is a problem for me, and I'm hoping you guys understand, because I know somewhere out there one of y'all is doing the same damn thing. One of y'all is not doing all that you could be doing. I was listening to E.T. the hip hop preacher, and he was over here talking about, he deals with a lot of sports kids, right? Kids that go off to college to play sports and stuff. And he knows how hard these kids worked in high school to get that scholarship, to get into their college of their dreams, because they wanted to pay for a specific team. And from there, in college, they worked their asses off again because they wanted to be noticed by scouts, and they wanted to be picked up by the NFL. And they did everything they could in every spare moment that they could. And they got the shit done. And then he mentioned the fact that, they get to the league and suddenly it's like, yo, I got my dream. Now what? I'm good. I'm golden. I don't have to work no more. But nah, you do. Because at every level, you have other people to prove wrong. At every level, you still need to want to be the best, because guess what? Heavy is the head that wears the crown. It is difficult to be popular, because once you get it, it's all about trying to keep it. There's always somebody coming up behind you that wants it more, that's been working hard too. They're trying to get noticed too. And guess what? If you don't keep showing up, they're going to overpower you. They're going to outshine you, overshadow you. I don't know what the word you want to use is. It doesn't matter really. You are going to get lapped if you get complacent. And I refuse to get lapped, because guess what? It took me a very long time. People still don't understand what the fuck I'm doing. They don't understand why the hell I want to talk about feelings all day long. They don't understand why, I'm not doing it the way everybody else is doing it. I had a conversation with a man the other day, and he was like, yeah, you look stressed and you need some help and you should just get a maid. Okay, that's cool. I appreciate the fact that you think that that's the fix for me, but that's not the fix for me. What am I going to look like hiring somebody to do the work God gave me? God saw fit to have me blessed with a child. What do I look like paying somebody else to take care of her? Somebody else to take care of the fact that, we need to eat, so somebody got to cook. We already have fast food everywhere. What do I look like? What am I teaching my child? And that's part of the reason I got rid of the maid in the first place, because guess what? I do not want my child to turn around and be like, well, you didn't raise me anyway. Well, guess what? Yeah, I did. I was there every step of the way. I raised you and the maid for a while, but that's okay. We won't talk about that. I cannot afford to be complacent, and I see it happening right now. There are so many things that I got to do and I want to do, and I'm procrastinating because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of putting my work out there. Putting up posts, writing a microblog on Instagram is not that bad. It takes me a little bit, but it's not that bad. I used to do interviews all the time and I loved it, doing interviews all the time, and it was all over YouTube. And no, the thumbnail wasn't perfect. And no, I didn't edit the damn video. But guess what? The content is up there, which means at any given point in time, I can go back and I can crop that shit. I can sausage that shit into thousands of other pieces of content if I wanted to. When I want to. It's there. The work has been done. I keep reading every day. I keep taking courses every day. That information is inside of me. I have it at my fingertips. I have no damn excuses. Except that I don't feel like it right now. And that's probably the worst one. I need my hunger again. And there's only one way to do that. Yes, I do gratitude meditations every morning, but guess what? The gratitude meditation is great and it allows me to see all that I have that, people don't, most of them don't have, but I have, and I am grateful. But I do not want to be complacent. I still want to be hungry. I want more. Not to be hoarding, not to, to have more than anybody else, but I want more because I know my reach could be better. I know I could teach more people. How did Dean Ornish start? How did Deepak Chopra start? How did Justin Bieber start? Yeah, y'all hate him. It doesn't matter. I don't care. The point is that boy is huge. That boy is he's doing a damn thing. Chris Brown, how did he start? How did he restart? Didn't he have to restart? People hated him for a minute. Didn't he restart? Didn't he come back with a vengeance? Didn't he change the game when he dropped that one album with all the tracks on it because, the average was 12 to 15 tracks? Who said you couldn't do all of that? How did Prince start? Michael Jackson was pushed with his entire family, and at some point he broke out, and he did it by himself. How did that start? What did that look like? He changed the way he did his music. What did that look like? Janet, how did she look like? This is all music, obviously. How did Kutti Harry start? He started telling jokes with his friends, right? And somebody said, yo, you're funny. You should do this more often. And he took a chance, and he took a chance, and he took a chance, and guess what? There is a Sri Lankan Tamil in Canada that doesn't know his name. In London that doesn't know his name. Pop culture. This is how it works. Me, myself, what does my dream look like? I want Rasati to be a local name. I want it to be a household name. But I want it to be a household name not just for acting, but eventually for singing if I can get my shit together. Eventually for speaking, for parenting, for products, for art. I look at my cousin Ivina and I'm like, damn, you know what? She's really good. She does all this mixed media art and stuff, and she's doing like galleries and she's selling stuff. Like, damn, I want to be like that. And you know what? I can be. I just got to put in the effort. I wasn't sure how I was going to start this podcast. I just started it and it was kind of lame, but it's okay. I decided if I did one every day, eventually it wouldn't be so cringy feeling. I'd be okay. I'd have a message. I didn't know what the hell I was going to talk about. All I know is Gary Vee said, guess what? Audio is next. And document. So I put 2 and 2 together, and guess what? 657 episodes later, and no, they're not remarkable, but guess what? There is an epiphany in each one. There's a piece of me in every one. I am hungry. I have 24 hours a day. Gary has 24 hours a day. No one has more time than me. Everyone has the same amount of time. The ask on your time, that's individual. Maybe you have a 9 to 5. Maybe you're taking care of your parents. Maybe you're staying home mom, but you do all the work in the house all the time. I feel kind of crappy because you know what? I'm not that great at keeping the house clean. Part of the reason is because I truly believe that cleaning the house with kids while they're growing up is kind of like shoveling a snow walk before it stops snowing. Did I say shoveling a snow walk? I meant shoveling a sidewalk. Yeah. See? But the point being that I was once truly hungry. And right now I'm truly sidetracked and I need that hunger back. And so I am afraid to admit how badly I'm taking care of my business. But it's a part of the growing process. It's a part of being a business owner. Suddenly you get to a place where people recognize you a little bit and you're like, I got it. I can relax now. Nope, I can't. I can't relax. I can't afford to relax. Because it means I need to level up. I can't stay here for so long. I can't plateau. Y'all ever go work out and you work out, you do the same routine every day. You rotate the machines if you go to the gym or whatever, or you run every day, and at some point you plateau. Suddenly you don't feel like it's pushing you anymore. And you could increase the distance if you wanted, but what you really need to do is change it up and do something different. When I do yoga, it is different from doing calisthenics. It's different from doing body weight workouts. It's different from doing HIIT. Everything works different muscles. When I do breath work, it actually works my abs if I do it correctly. I need to switch it up. I need to figure out what the next thing is. But I need to continue with what I've been doing at the same time. I can't just completely switch lanes and then suddenly y'all can't find me because where you were used to finding me, I'm not there anymore. It can't be like that. I got to continue. So here I am admitting to the universe. I'm not doing as great as I thought I was. I thought I'd made it. I haven't. I need to move to the next level. And the next level requires me to level up. It requires me to really focus. It requires me to put a plan together and follow the plan. I used to hate schedules. I used to hate that my life was mapped out. My mom used to schedule everything, man. From this time to this time, you will do math homework. And from this time to this time, you will do this. And you will do that. And you will read. And oh my God, I hated it. But guess what? I need that shit. And the reason I know I need that shit is because I've had it before and I hated it. There it is. Things I hated back then, I'm learning I need now. I used to hate naps because sleeping in the middle of the day kicked my ass. I couldn't wake up afterwards. But you know what? If I plan it right, and if it's the right amount of time, it could give me a new burst of energy. Nothing quite like waking up, and that energy you have right when you wake up is different from the energy you have at late at night. It's different. I am a night owl by nature. I am a night person by nature. But guess what? When I wake up super early and I get some work done and I look at the clock and I'm like, damn, it's only 8 o'clock and I've done this, this, and this. Whoa, you know what? I could conquer the world because I've done so much already. That's a different kind of feeling. Different from, you know what? The world is quiet. Everyone's asleep. I can finally relax and do my work and concentrate. And you're looking at the clock. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. And suddenly you still need to sleep. But what does that mean? If you sleep and wake up at 5, like you sleep at 5 and you wake up afterwards, what time do you usually wake up? You wake up maybe at 12, maybe 11. But when you wake up at 11 after working all night, you look at the day and you're like, damn, you know what? Half the day's gone anyway. Let me just rest a little. I can catch up later on tonight. And it's a different feeling. That's how it is for me. I don't know how it is for you. Look at me stuttering and shit. But the point being that I've discovered that early mornings are so much better than late nights for me. And so I need to utilize that a little bit. Instead of hitting that alarm and going back to sleep, I need to utilize that. My alarm goes off at 5:55 every morning. And I hit the snooze button and I don't wake up until baby girl needs to wake up, which is about 6:30. That's not good. I could do a lot in that 30 minutes. I could do a lot. So here I am telling you guys, I'm not doing all I could be. I'm not as hungry as I used to be. I need it back. I want it back. So while I go off and get some work done, and trust me, there are tools I've used before that are really, really helpful. I use Teamwork all the time to time how much time it takes to do some of the tasks I have on my list. But it helps me because knowing that I'm being timed means I focus. And maybe I focus at 30, 40 minutes at a time and I get up and go do something else and I come back. But everything is timed now because I need that. Until I can discipline myself, I need help. I need tools. So I'm going to get on and get some work done. But in the meantime, y'all enjoy your Valentine's Day. Be kind, be loving, share some smiles, and I'll catch you again later. Bye.